What is your department SOP? Already? Okay. All right. So I like that answer. A lot of departments I train, they're not that fluid in mind. Okay. That means they crystallize a belief. That means that no, it's low ready all the time. Okay. Obviously, where do you think that low ready safety buffer came from? Shoot house, right? Because you got fucking instructors on the catwalk and they don't want to get flagged. Well, what I realized was, during my career, my path, during the war, we cross-trained with a lot of different Spec Ops units. We had to integrate with a lot of different units that we're not used to working with prior to war. So I started seeing some of their SOPs, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. So the Navy was really big on high compress carry. I wasn't sold on it at first because I was kind of doctrinizing my belief, right? So I was trained on low ready. All right, we get yelled at on low. I really got proficient at the low ready. But I tell you what, man, sometimes you have to just kind of like absorb what is new, absorb what's useful. And what I found useful on a high compress position is because me being a fighter, right, a martial artist, I throw a punch a certain way, okay? So why not mimic that body movement? We hear the weapons extension in your hands, right, all the time. But we don't really train that way, okay? Athletes train that way, right? They the weapon, the ball, whatever is extension in their hand. Martial arts train that way. But I see a lot of tactician guys, they don't train that way. They brief it, but they don't teach it, right? So if you're naturally throwing a punch like this, a jab, why not high compress that gun where I'm looking at the muzzle, okay? I'm not over my eye line, just like with a pistol. I'm kind of looking at the muzzle. What's that allow me? Point of reference, right? So, sir, can you come out and stand over here? And I'm going to stand over here. Can you guys, on your drive hand, we know what a drive hand is? All right, on your drive hand, can you point it towards me and look at me? Okay, can you stay looking at me, focus on me, drive your drive hand to him. Don't look at him, please. Bring it back to me. Don't look at him. Can you see him on your peripheral vision? Drive your hand to him without looking. Now look. Are you on him? That's how we drive a fucking gun in a house, okay? We drive a gun into our peripheral vision. We drive the gun into points of unknown with speed. All right, so we have points of domination in a room for civilians. You should identify points of domination in your house, right? What is the maximum, what is the firepower you need to sustain, I don't know, a hallway, a room, whatever, okay? Start looking at those distances and start studying. Police officers, start walking around your environment as you're serving your warrants and start looking at the terrain a little bit more in detail, all right? With a little bit more detail in your weapon ballistics and everything else. If you are, then good for you, okay? So the high compress works the punch. So basically what I do is I punch, like I'm throwing a punch, I punch, and then I seat the weapon back into my shoulder pocket. So it looks like this. I punch, and I seat the weapon back in my shoulder pocket. The gun's off safe. Understand? Anytime the gun is off your eye line, the gun goes back on safe, and it comes off the eye line. Anytime it's on the eye line, the gun goes on fire. So let's just say if I make dynamic entry into a room and I need to clear opposing threats, does the gun go on fire? Sir? So let's just say we enter a structure, right? And the one guy has to go this way, number 1 or 2. Do I clear with the weapon on safe? Or when I go in, the weapon's on fire? That's right. The weapon's on fire. Anytime your eyes are lined with the weapon, it's on fire. Anytime your weapon breaks off of eye line, that means this is eye line, right? The weapon's on fire. Anytime it drops here, it goes on safe. Anytime it goes up here, it goes on safe. Understand? Listen to me, guys. I had a lot of guys tell me, I run my weapon on fire all the time. I don't believe in safe in the house and this and that. I get you, man. And that was probably your world. And I thank you for what you did. But I'll tell you this. You never, if you're looking to train to that level of intensity where you're doing rapid reloads around your buddy's face, right? You're moving around each other's extremities around legs. Why not develop that safety on our flat range, right? Yeah. Do you think I run my weapon on fire in the house? Sometimes, depending on the threat, okay? But it's better to develop that state of no mind here, where you're not even thinking about it. It's a natural movement, just like a punch. It's a natural. As soon as I bring it up, it's on fire. I don't even think about it. Some guys tell me, well, in adrenaline, when you're going through and you're facing danger, you'll forget your weapon to put on fire. Well, I'll tell you, man, you didn't train hard enough, right? You didn't develop that muscle memory in times of a flat range. You understand? Today it's about safety, okay? It's not just safety on a range, we don't want to kill each other, but it's safety in you manipulating that safety. It's part of the process, presentation. Understand? Okay. Do we understand this drill? All right. Obviously, the 6-inch, the 3-inch right here is acceptable. But for the whole drills, I want to be able to hit. I want to be able to hit the black. Understand, for your whole drills, because I'm not rushing you here. This is not speed here. This is gathering data. We understand this drill. First 8 shooters up.